Heard talk about maybe playing a 1-4, running a lot, pressing a lot more. Does that fit in with your style?
It does. It does because I like to run the floor and get transition threes and everything like that. So that definitely worked well for me. Plus, I actually don't mind setting screens. So if this year he decides to put me at the 4 or something like that and kind of run a pick and pop, then I think that would work real well for my game.
And of course, last year, Coach talked a little bit about maybe there may come a time for certain teams where you'd move up front. I guess this year, being on the wing, you'll get that chance to maybe rebound a little more.
Yeah, I will get a chance to rebound a little more. It's funny, I joke with the coaches all the time. I'm like, we need you to get a lot more rebounds this year. I'm like, I probably could have got some last year, but I didn't really need to. I mean, and even if I did jump up and try and grab one, Derek Agani probably took it away from me anyway. So, but yeah, it'll be nice to get down there and bang some bodies though, get some rebounds.
Yeah, what will the transition for not just you but the team itself look like with a lot more guard play on the court, so to speak, and you yourself being more that wing guy?
Right. I think it'll be a lot more exciting though because since we do have all the guards out there on the floor at one time, we'll be able to just push it instead of kind of sometimes you'd have to wait for your big man to get down the court. But now, we've got one big man, so he's already going to get down, and then one of the guards would probably take it out, so it'll be a lot easier. Just to kind of run, shoot, and everything. Just a lot more fast paced, definitely.
And your big men run the court.
Yeah, I've been running the court really well.
Actually speaking of the big men, how has Cam looked and Daniel, and how are they looking in practice?
Camion looks really good right now. He looks really good right now. I know Daniel actually looks really well too. He's doing really well setting screens and rolling and things like that. Nate's actually been doing pretty well. He's still getting adjusted right now, but he's been doing pretty decent so far. But yeah, Camion is definitely a big surprise. Just coming off the knee injury, you wouldn't expect him to be able to jump right back in and be right back in the flow of things, but he's doing really well.
Seems like he took his rehab pretty seriously, and I guess that helped him out.
Yeah, he did. It's funny. I see him every night in the room. He's doing push-ups or something. He just push-ups, stretching. But yeah, he's definitely a hard worker. He's a big-time hard worker. So.
Are y'all roommates?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's something that we talked to Iman last week, and he was mentioning how when he was in high school, he didn't really play with a whole lot of big men when he was on the court. It's mostly guard play. Is that something that you could relate with? Is that kind of common in high school?
In high school, I was the big man.
Yeah.
So I really didn't play with any big men since I was that guy, and I would still run. I would still run on the wing. There would be nobody in the post in high school, so it is a little different, but. I understand how much hard work our big men have to put in and everything, how hard they do work down in the paint. So, I always try and reward them when I can and give, look down low for them and everything. So,
how much of a transition was that for you then, coming last year, being the guy at the top of the key to make that transition three when you were the big man, so to speak, running the post?
It actually wasn't too hard, just because I think AAU kind of helped me out there too, just because, when I played AAU, I was my natural position, playing two guard and everything. So it was a little bit easier. I think if I wouldn't have played AAU and did that though, it would have been real good.
You have a new coach on the staff right now. Can you tell us a little bit about him and how he's helping out with you guys?
Well, he's a real good guy, and it's funny because he knows Jimmy Salmon from other players. So we kind of got a relationship because of that too. But he's been working real well with the bigs during individuals and everything, and really making sure that their fundamentals are sound and everything, making sure that their moves are right. But he's a real energetic guy, especially during individuals. You get to see that a little bit more. So.
Last year, obviously, you guys were able to streak through at the end of the year, get to the tournament. How did that prepare, especially you younger guys, you guys who were freshmen last year, that was your first experience of all that? How did that prepare you guys for this year and the rest of the way through?
I think because we're more hungry now, because, once you go, especially as a freshman, it just wouldn't be right to not go every other year that you're here. It just doesn't seem like you don't want to settle for anything less. You just want to keep progressing. We stopped went to the second round. So now this year, we're trying to make it further than that. So we're definitely a lot more hungry.
You start on the 15th. You anxious to get going?
Can't wait. Countdown days. I cannot wait. I don't know. I'm anxious because I think a lot of people don't really expect us to do a whole lot just because we did lose Ghani and Derek. But I think that plays a big part in our hunger too, because we want to prove to people that that wasn't our team. There is more to them. There's more to this team than just those two guys.
Is that going to maybe help you to sneak up on some teams, you think? I mean, them not knowing, really who the go-to guy is, because the two of them took majority of the shots last year.
Yeah, I think it will in that sense. In that sense, it will. But I mean, there's so much scouting that goes on. I don't think anybody's going to take anybody for granted in the league, because we know anything can happen on any given night. So.
The other guys are saying they've been doing a lot of yoga for training. Have you done any of that?
I actually did do that. I did it with Mufon when he was doing it and everything. I actually strained my hamstring a little bit. So
doing that?
No, not doing that, but playing pickup and everything. So I mean, I've just been getting in the training room, just kind of rehabbing, getting our training, ready to stretch us out and everything like that. So I've been doing a lot more weightlifting than anything.
Yeah.
I take my weightlifting very seriously for some reason. Because even during high school, I was lifting a lot. Since my dad played football and everything. So.
Did you play a lot of ball this summer?
Yeah, I played a lot. Any chance I could get. Even when I went back home, I had a couple of my friends. Even if it was 3-on-3, 1-on-1, something, I had to do something.
It's good for you.
Okay.